If you're on the fence about using Kajabi and using it as the platform to dive in with your online course or even your whole entire online business, then definitely stick around and watch this video because I'm going to give you my thoughts on what it's been like 2 weeks in from using Kajabi. If we haven't met before, my name's Alex King. I've been a creative expert for 10 years now, and I've actually been building online courses for somewhere around 7 or 8 years for all different kinds of brands and personalities all over the world, from personal development with Tony Robbins to network marketing with Eric Worre, all sorts of big name brands. And I've jumped between so many different platforms, I can't even tell you. Everything from a custom WordPress site to Teachable, Thinkific, to just tons of others. Like basically every other platform out there, including massive customization ones, I've done it. So this review of Kajabi, you might say, why is it taking you so long to create a review for Kajabi? I was on the fence for so long, honestly. And so being 2 weeks in with Kajabi, I'm gonna give you my thoughts, just a couple of different things that I've been pleasantly surprised by, and also some things that maybe you should look out for just to make sure that this is definitely the right step for you. As someone who's rebuilt websites and rebuilt entire online courses on several different platforms as well, I can tell you that it is not a fun task to have to move either subscriptions or payments or members and reset passwords, all that kind of stuff. It can be a pain in the butt. So definitely stick around, watch the rest of this video, and let's get started. The first one is ease of use. Is this user-friendly? Could you do it even with not a lot of experience with online courses? My answer for that would be absolutely yes. I really love their onboarding, the way they introduce you to the platform, and also a lot of the sort of one-click done-for-you funnels, ways of designing things, ways of laying out your course. I was really, really impressed by that. I think one of the main things that sets Kajabi apart is how minimalistic they are in the tools that they give you. And you might say, well, that sounds like a downside. I want as many tools as I can get. But here's the thing. What I've learned and the conclusion that I've come to with the different coaching that I now do for course creators is simple is better. Get to the point as quick as you can. And like I said, I've been the guy that has done massive, like 8-page landing pages and sales pages, whatever it might be. And more of my mentality now, with our attention spans going down, is just get to the frickin' point. Just give them the next action as quick as you can. So I love what Kajabi does for that on like the front end, but the back end is so simple as well. And I really, really like that. When we have too many options and too many modifications that we can make, we generally don't do anything. And you might be finding that right now with the different options that you've got. But if you're able to dive in head first with one and just make a decision, generally you find that's better. And I really love that from a user standpoint as a course creator, but I also love it from a customer standpoint when I'm actually just going through something and someone just gets to the point, or the clear next action is right there. And again, like I've been so guilty of over designing, of over marketing, of over complicating funnels. Like I am the first person to put my hands up and say that I've done that. So I think Kajabi really makes that really easy, especially if you're just starting out and maybe don't know what you don't know just yet. It makes it really, really easy. One of the learning curves for me was the different language that they apply to different parts of their platform. So I'm coming from a few different things. I'm coming from ActiveCampaign, I'm coming from Teachable, I'm coming from Kartra, all these different platforms. ActiveCampaign is one where I mostly, like that becomes my default lingo. So in there we have automations, pipelines, campaigns. And inside of Kajabi, they're all different things. So when you get over that learning curve and just understand what those different things are, the main ones being like campaigns or email campaigns, automations, pipelines, it can become really, really simple. So a pipeline is, or just like one to note, a pipeline is, I guess, what you would call a funnel. In the ClickFunnels world, they just hype this up so much. And it's really just a series of steps that someone would take to be able to start from where they are now to where you want them to be. So, coming from ClickFunnels, or maybe just the general internet marketing term is a funnel, but in Kajabi, it's called a pipeline. Just on ClickFunnels as well for a second, getting into ClickFunnels and using that platform as I have in the past, I think it falls really, really short on being simple. I think they give you a lot of options, which again, for most marketers, they want that complication. Like certainly I do as well. There's a time and a place where I want a ton of options and infinite customizability, but if you're someone that you just find that you procrastinate, you put things off because you've got too many options, to be able to just start really, really, really simple, get something off the ground, I love Kajabi for that. One of the things that I would task any new course creator with when they're starting out is they put off actually launching their course, or they just don't do it because they haven't done enough research on whether it's something that anyone actually needs to buy. So I mean, especially for your first course, done is so much better than perfect. So to just be able to get stuff in there, get your videos in there, be able to launch a checkout page in 2 seconds and see if your customers are ready to buy, I really, really like that. So do it with a basic funnel. And if you can just get some proven case studies with a basic funnel, then if you wanted to expand it out to a crazy, much more elaborate funnel, you could later, and you could integrate different platforms at that point if you really wanted to. I was fortunate enough to actually, by some stroke of luck, be on the phone with Brendan Bouchard a couple of months ago, and he is he's a part investor, I believe, in Kajabi as well, and he uses it as his main platform. But he promotes what he actually believes in. And one of the points that he made to me on the phone when we were talking about it for one of my clients was the email deliverability of just the email campaigns. This is something that I think sets apart Kajabi from just about anything else. Because Kajabi, with mail providers like Google and Yahoo and Hotmail, all that kind of stuff, for anyone that still uses Hotmail, the email is seen as coming from a SaaS versus like a marketing platform. And that's what makes the deliverability higher. And I thought that was really, really fascinating, because as you do become more sophisticated and you've launched your course, deliverability can mean the difference between making a sale and not making a sale. So I really, really like that. And it was pretty cool that Brandon shared that with me. One of the most recent additions that Kajabi's made as of shooting this video is the mobile app. And so I logged into that, launched it for the course that I've created, and I really, really, really like it. Now, for the longest time, Teachable, another competing platform, has had a mobile app. It's actually been really good. They haven't done a lot of updates to it, but it's a great app. It was a good selling point for me before for putting some clients and courses onto that platform. But I love Kajabi's mobile app. I think it's really, really simple. I love the user interface, and I just love how easy, again, they make it. Funnily enough, one of the reasons that I held off for Kajabi for so long is because I believed that they weren't innovating fast enough. And I literally remember when Kajabi started, and I hadn't really seen many iterations and upgrades to their platform. So there's another, let's say, group of gurus or internet marketers that will release products, and it's generally really good, but these days you've always got to be updating and on the forefront of things. I didn't see that from Kajabi, but wow, like in the last 12 months, I've really seen some massive upgrades for their platforms. And at this point, I almost can't keep up with the upgrades they're doing. Like as of shooting this, they've just announced their big email kind of campaign composer updates. A month ago, they released their page builder, which is really, really cool as well. So I'm now really, really, really impressed. And for me, as someone that's putting their entire course and business onto a platform, I know that I can trust that it's going to be around for the long haul, right? And that's a really, really big, important factor. One of the reasons I held off for so long, but I definitely don't feel that way anymore. One thing I absolutely love, and one of the reasons that I will never go back to custom course websites, is that nothing breaks. You know, there's no like unexplained, why isn't this synchronizing here? Why isn't that showing up there? Nothing breaks. And this is like, I'm such a hypocrite when I say this, because 2 or 3 years ago, I actually talked at the WordCamp event here in Las Vegas. It's a WordPress sort of meetup event. And I was bragging about this website, this WordPress website, which was a custom membership site. It was making about $10,000 a month in online sales from selling a course. And I was bragging about it, showing them how it works, all the different plugins and themes, all this, like this connects to this and this syncs with this. It was literally 40 or 50 WordPress plugins all playing together. And of course, every couple of days, one of them updated, something broke, I had to go in there and fix it. It was just a nightmare. And so I found myself in a position where I was working more as a repairer of my business versus actually marketing it and being able to bring in and make money. So I love that I don't have to worry about any of the technology. I would, like 2 or 3 years ago, I would have traded technology for customizability. Now I will absolutely trade reliability for customizability. That's what I meant to say. So 100%, I would rather go for something that's reliable than customizable. And even still, Kajabi stuff is really, really customizable to my taste. It's funny, I just said that, and then here on my list, I said everything's really customizable, and my next note is low customization. So it is low customization. To the degree, I mean, you would probably get in there and say that, no, everything was really, really customizable. I'm comparing it to like Elementor page builder, where you can customize literally every design aesthetic that there is, whether you want, you know, rounded corners or square corners on this element, where you want to drag and drop the video, that kind of thing. So when I say low customization, I mean that there's sort of like proven and tried and true tested layouts for things when it comes to internet marketing, whether it's like opt-in on this side and copy on this side. And I like that they feed you that. They don't overcomplicate things. So I really, really, really like that. And that's what I mean by low customization. So if you're someone that is massively attached to like all sorts of crazy branding and you're used to a page builder, maybe like Elementor, you may not love this. You just may not. I would still recommend giving it a go, but you may not love it. But if you're someone that just wants like, yeah, here's my header, here's my video, here's my like 3 parts about my course, here's my call to action, here's my testimonials, that kind of thing, you're golden. I think you'll really, really, really love this solution. And at the end of the day, if you connect with a developer or you want to modify things to your taste, you actually can customize the CSS and the HTML and all that kind of stuff. I'm not at that point. I don't even know how to do that, but it is an option if you were to be scaling up at that kind of direction. The final piece I'll give you that I've been really, really impressed with is their support staff. They have 24/7 support chat, which I really, really, really love. Everyone's really, really helpful on there. A sort of a bonus like thing that I love that I would give you is they have when you connect your Facebook pixel or your Google Analytics pixel, you just paste the one code. You just paste like your Universal Analytics code or your Universal or your Pixel ID. And I really love that because for me, going beyond copy and pasting scripts and modifying the event and stuff like that, that sort of goes over my head. I need to hire developers for that. But I really love just being able to enter those and then pop over to my Facebook ads account, and I can retarget or create audiences based on initiate checkout, based on purchase, that kind of thing. So I really love that. Getting back to my original point, the reason I bring that up is because when I entered my my Facebook Pixel ID, and I was using the Chrome Pixel helper, and I couldn't really tell if it was working or not. Something might have been cached on my end. I just clicked the chat button. I said, hey, I just want to verify that my Pixel is firing properly. They literally sent me back a screenshot in 2 seconds, confirmed that it was, and I was good to go. There's been a couple of other things where I've just reached out because I wanted to clarify a different thing with them. Really, really, really have loved the support. So yeah, I mean, I never thought I'd be at this point, but I'm shouting praises of Kajabi, and I really, really dig it. I love the direction that they're going as well. I really, really do trust it. And I personally couldn't say that a couple of years ago, but I love it. I think they're breaking apart from the crowd. I think you would be wise to dive in if you have been on the fence. And speaking of which, I have access to a 28-day trial of Kajabi, and they have this Kajabi Hero kind of sequence where they'll help you get your course into the platform and sort of show you how to market it in 28 days or less. And I think the goal is that you end up making $1,000 by the end of it from your course, providing that you have a great course, obviously. So I definitely recommend that. I think a lot of the other trials that you see out there might be a 14-day link. So if you can get 28 days out of it, get your stuff on there, maybe even make your investment back and then some, I highly recommend that. So the link to that is in the description below. Really appreciate you watching this. If you have any other questions regarding Kajabi, I've really been loving using the platform and sort of trying some of the different elements of it. So leave a comment below telling me what you would like to see. Maybe I can do a tutorial. Maybe I can even compare some other platforms as well because I've still got access to all of them. So appreciate you watching this. Good luck in your endeavors with your online course, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.